Hello and welcome. It's the Positivity in Your Pocket Masterclass. Shall we get started? I'll share my screen with you now. Okay. So welcome, and here are today's topics. So what we're looking at today is an introduction to me, who I am, what I do and why. And I'll take you through a bit of what is psychology and some of the science and the research behind it so you can really understand where the benefits are. And then we're going to look at positive emotions. And then we're going to do the positivity in your pocket exercise so that you will really get a quick win. Okay, so for those of you who are new here to me, meeting me for the first time, hello, my name is Lindsay. I am British originally, but I've been living in the Italian part of Switzerland for the past 16 years. I'm a health coach and I work with busy women, especially with mums and families. And what I really love about health coaching is how it teaches the importance of both healthy eating and healthy lifestyle. And my approach is by using doable and practical steps that are realistic in the context of today's crazy lifestyle when we're all juggling so many things. And I really want these improvements to be sustainable, and I do that by also making them fun, especially with the healthy eating. Eating is such a joy, and I love showing you that it still can be, and I love showing my clients new ways of eating, new approaches that are really going to benefit long-term health and just help you feel great, full of energy and clarity. So as I said about the health coaching approach, that I love about it is that it really advocates balance. So healthy eating is absolutely fundamental, but the nutrition from our food is not enough. And we do need to nurture ourselves and feed all aspects of our lives. So here we're talking about relationships, rest, exercise, sleep, careers, all of these different aspects. And now I found a way to bring this to you as well. And so that's why I'm here. I want to talk to you today about something that I'm so excited to share with you because of the amazing benefits that it has had on my own life. So welcome to positive psychology. So my experience, and this is why I'm here doing positive psychology. I fairly recently been separated from the father of my children. And over the past year or so, I've struggled so much to find happiness. I've been so sad and lost and scared. So the family structure that I'd always wanted and placed so much value on has gone. I had to sell my dream home that I thought I would live in forever. My sense of identity and security really, I felt like they disappeared. But even though with the health coaching, I knew what I should be doing, it just wasn't enough. So I did continue to eat pretty well, so feeding the children, but it was really one of the only pillars of well-being that kind of remained, which I think is hopefully why, well, I think is partly why I'm still here and didn't get too physically sick. But I just really couldn't pick myself up mentally. I've tried so much, so many things, counseling, hypnotherapy, energy work, you name it, I've tried it. And I'm sure they all did help with shifts, and they definitely kept me going, but it was the positive psychology recently that has really made this massive impact. I saw a post about positive psychology and it just clicked. It just felt right. So I threw myself all in and did a coaching course. And the benefits and transformations could have been more than I really could have hoped for, which is why now I want to share them with you. I've noticed so many improvements in a short space of time, and I'm still experiencing new ones. And this will continue, I know, also because we are always a work in progress. But some of the main things that I experienced very quickly was a sense of direction, which from my starting point was an enormous success, but also hope, focus, and self-belief. Also a bit of fun, hence the photo. It brought back a smile that I hadn't had for a long time. And also learning about the positive contagion for me was very important, being with the children all by myself all of the time. So learning how much we can influence others with our positive emotions. And so learning that you can pass that on and seeing the difference that changes in my actions has made on the kids. So it really has helped me, and it can help you too. So let's have a look a little bit at the science. So Martin Seligman is one of the founding psychologists in the leg of positive psychology. And he explains that it's all about building the best qualities of life. And I love this quote. I think it really helps to sum up what I love. So the mission of positive psychology is to understand and foster the factors that allow individuals, communities, and societies to flourish. So positive psychology is about building what makes life worth living. And whereas psychology is quite focused on improving what's not working and really digging into that, positive psychology is very strengths orientated. So and yeah, to me that's just really empowering, and it helps create a balanced and broader perspective on life. And yeah, I just love these two words of flourishing and thriving, and it's been exactly what I need. So let's look at a bit of some research. If you're a statistics person, what is this? So one of the statistics that really struck me at the beginning, and I think is really interesting to share, is that you can build on your happiness. So it's not just, I'm not a naturally happy person, or I am. Yes, there is some of that in there, but we can work on it. So research has shown that we have approximately our set point, our base point of happiness accounts for 50% of our well-being, of our happiness. And so that's kind of down to genetics. 10%, only 10% is down to circumstance. And that for me was a real eye-opener. And 40% is in your control. So that's a massive percentage that we can do something about and we can work on. So for me, this is the starting point for everything here. Other research done in the workplace on productivity has shown that happy people are more successful and you're more productive. So the more positive you feel, the more productive you are. So again, an excellent reason to go into this. And another really empowering fact that it's been researched, that the research done on people who are successful. So successful people have certain characteristics, shared personality traits, and this can be learned. So again, such a motivating thought and a motivating piece of research. So we can all do it. Okay, so PERMA. So in my positive psychology course, I was introduced to the PERMA model of well-being, And I've seen just how all encompassing and amazing this is. So I will be following this as well. Designed by Martin Seligman, as we've said before. So this is his model of well-being that looks at 6 aspects. So it has these 6 pillars: positive emotions, engagement, relationships, meaning, accomplishment, and health. And I'll start with the positive emotions. So this pillar really dives into how we see and evaluate our happiness in an emotional state. So it's about prioritizing moments of regular, heartfelt positivity. So that's what makes you feel good. Is it laughing, being calm somewhere, finding moments of calm, meditation, spending time outside in nature, laughing, dancing? What is it? And the point here is that it can all be done. It's done so that you can be intentional about it, so that then you can create more moments of positive feelings, and then you are fueling your resilience. Engagement. So this is using your neurological strengths, so tapping into your natural inner potential. So the things you're good at and you enjoy doing, so that you'll feel more confident and energized. And here in this pillar, we're introduced to the concept of flow. So this is when you're completely engrossed in a task and it's challenging. It's really got your full attention. You're using your skills. And so we've seen that by using our strengths and we're in these moments of flow, we're really likely to increase our self-esteem and positivity, because we'll be doing it to the best of our abilities. Relationships. So R of PERMA is in relationships. So we're looking at how you can insert more time and make more moments where you've got genuine connections with other people. So we're talking about expressing gratitude, showing kindness, being compassionate. And then from there, we also move on to actually savoring these feelings of warmth and trust. So again, we go on to building more of them. Meaning, so this is understanding that what we do each day has a positive impact on others. It's feeling that we're part of something bigger. And this is another really amazing pillar that I can't wait to share. Accomplishment. So here we're talking achievements. There's ways of reflecting on your attempts to do something, and yeah, the sense of achievement that you get from doing this. This pillar is looking at values, hope, goal setting, and how we persevere with short-term and long-term goals. And the fact that when your goals align with your values, you're going to be more successful. So that's accomplishment. And then we've got health. Now, the positive psychology approach in health, the way we have come to this is in 4 different pillars. So nutrition, restoration, so rest, sleep, and exercise. And I really love this approach as a way of starting you out on a new health journey as well. So this is another great one. Okay. So it has been so hard today choosing just one small part to bring to you, because I really want to bring all of it to you. Each pillar for me gave me either insight or motivation or focus or hope, and sometimes all of the above and more. But today I've gone for positive emotions, and my aim is to give you a quick win. So I want to show you just how powerful these positive psychology tools can be, and you're going to be really guaranteed to have a boost. So take a little time now, and you will find this really great sense of well-being, and you're going to go away with an amazing exercise in your pocket you can take out whenever you need it, and whenever you're feeling a bit down, you need a positivity boost. So just imagine that, knowing that you've got the power and the knowledge to shift your state to that next level. This is the aim of what we're doing. So you're going to really build a toolbox. We're going to start here with these positive emotions. So you have what you need. So if you're a single mom, or if you're a busy mom and you feel like you're juggling too much and you're doing it by yourself, or if you're facing some challenges or a difficult challenge in your life right now, this can really help you. So let's get started by looking at these positive emotions. So another important psychologist in this positive psychology movement is called Professor Barbara Fredrickson. And she has researched 10 of the most commonly felt positive emotions. So we have joy, gratitude, serenity, interest, hope, pride, amusement, inspiration, awe, and love. She's developed this theory called a broaden and build theory. And it really explains that positive emotions, they don't just make you feel good in that moment when you're experiencing them, but they actually broaden our mind. They increase creativity, and they make us more resourceful and resilient in the face of stress. And all of this in turn, it affects all areas of our lives, from our social connection, satisfaction with work, productivity, hope, just so much. So let's have a look at them. So we have joy. Move to the middle. If you think of a really positive and memorable experience that you've had, a time when you felt happy and safe. Sorry, I just had a feeling that I wasn't recording that. We'll just go back to our... Okay, we're looking at joy. So here, if you think of a really positive and memorable experience that you've had. So a time when you felt happy and safe and comfortable. So joy comes from delight, from having cherished experiences, and it really raises our well-being to feeling. It's when we're feeling light and vibrant. So the feeling of joy is momentary, that you normally experience in a joyful moment, but sustained happiness can be increased by cultivating more moments of joy. So this is talked about a lot today because it's so amazing results for well-being. There's so many benefits, and this is about feeling when we appreciate and we not acknowledge some benefit that we've received. It could be from a person or from something, and we're being thankful. So it's about being grateful and thankful for what we have, rather than just focusing on what you don't have. Serenity. So that's that feeling when everything is going just right. Peacefulness, tranquility, and you can feel calm and you just enjoy that moment. So in the engagement pillar, we talk about being in a state of flow, as I mentioned. In the state of flow, you can feel serenity because you're just immersed in the activity. Interest, and this comes from being curious or engaged in something, and it's a state of intrigue when you really want to know more. So curiosity can lead us to discovering new skills, new ideas, new interests. So again, building on more, and it can also help improve memory and even connection to others. So much in there. And then we have hope. This is a feeling that everything is going to turn out for the best, no matter how bad the circumstances. So this conviction that our current problems are not permanent. Things will get better and the future still looks good, despite what's going on right now. And this experience of hope, experiencing hope, really helps us to move forward. Okay, then we have pride. So that's that feeling of importance when we've done something and we've accomplished something. We value ourselves, what we've done. Can come from a sense of purpose and meaning in our accomplishments. So feeling proud also increases our confidence. And it expands the belief that we have potential and that we can do greater things. Amusement. So that comes to us in fun, playful situations with others. And so when you share amusement with others, that also helps create social connections. Also can build resilience, because if we can laugh at ourselves, that helps us keep going. It helps us move forward. Inspiration. So we can find inspiration anywhere. So it's when we experience a moving or an uplifting event, or we have an experience. It could be in art, music, sports, listening to a really powerful speech, for example. And it's the result of seeing someone do something outstanding, or really seeing someone be truly good. That's also inspiration. And this can lead to innovation, can increase our focus and give you greater motivation and help you be in this state of flow. Then we have awe. So that's that feeling of wonder, being awestruck, is seeing something powerful, something you really admire. And it can come from experiencing something incredible in nature, but also art. And those are those moments that we really realize the vastness of the world around us. And so awe can also lead to inspiration, and that, again, pushing us to achieve more. And then we have love, which is the compilation of all of the emotions. The most powerful of emotions is love. And it's generally related, obviously, to when you've got a strong personal attachment, when we have a really strong feeling of connection towards another person. So here are 10 feelings, 10 emotions to think about as I lead you into our exercise. Okay, so let's get into the positivity in your pocket exercise. So the aim of this is to help you experience more positive emotions every day. So in your everyday life, and it's going to help you, this exercise, by really identifying the activities that you already do that cultivate these positive emotions. So what we're going to do now, what we're going to do is take some time for a brainstorm. So I'm going to invite you, both feet on the floor, to just ground yourself. Take a deep breath. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment if you feel comfortable doing that, and start to think back over the last 4 weeks. And you're going to brainstorm some happy moments, some moments where you've had positive emotions that really stick out. So let's think about these moments. Take your time. Where were you? What were you doing? And who were you with? So maybe think about what these moments are. Were they moments of serenity? Were they calm moments? Or they could be also moments of intense excitement or motivation. Times when you're lost in an activity, feeling really engaged and inspired. Or times when you felt great connection, love, and contentment. So they're not enormous moments. They don't have to be massive things. They can be small things. These small things in your everyday life. So perhaps stopping and savoring a coffee, a walk with a friend, seeing a beautiful flower, something in nature, or an amazing sunset. A moment of peace by yourself, or maybe a time when you're surrounded by people. So there's no wrongs or rights, it's just your feelings and your experiences. So you're going to take some time and just think back over the past month or anything else that comes into mind. And you're going to keep your eyes closed if you'd like. And then when you're ready, start to write down your top 10 experiences. And you can pause the video and you can come back here when you're ready and you have your list. Okay. Welcome back. And how does that feel? I hope you've enjoyed coming up with that list. Okay. Now, with this list in front of you, I'm going to invite you to take a further step towards labeling and identifying your emotions. And with that, I'd like to introduce you to the feelings wheel. I'll move myself out of the way here. Okay, so this feelings wheel is a tool that we use in psychology. And today we're going to just look at half of it. We're going to look at the positive part of it and the positive emotions. So the feeling is that the more vocabulary, the more words we use, the more awareness we have of our feelings. And so the more we can work on them. And this applies to positive and negative. Life is never going to be free of negative emotion, part of life, and actually help with growth, and they help us to learn. So what we want to do is just raise our awareness of our emotions so that we can work on both of them. So positive psychology research has found by accumulating positive moments over time, we actually can achieve greater levels of well-being. So take a moment and have a read through all of these words and see if there's words that you don't often use when you're thinking about your feelings. And what are they? How do you usually describe yourself as feeling good? I know for myself, you maybe just say, feeling happy. But what is that happy? Let's go for something new and enrich our way of thinking. So having lots of words to apply helps you to be intentional about your feelings. And when you've read through these words, have a look at what feelings there are that you can associate with the actions and the moments that you have on your 10 list of things. So what are the emotions? What are the positive emotions that you get from your 10 actions and your 10 activities? So again, I invite you to take some time and reflect on these. And you can pause the video again, and I'll be waiting here when you're done. Okay. Again, how is that? Think about how that feels. So we really enhanced your 10 activities, your 10 positive emotion finding moments, your positive emotion promoting moments. Okay, so now how are we going to action this? What are we going to do with this great list that we've just come up with? What was the point of all of that? This is how we're actually going to give you this boost. Okay. And this is another tool that we use in positive psychology, hope mapping. And this is just a little example of what it is. So we're going to look now, where can you add in this one action? Just one action is all you're going to look at. So read through your list again and identify one activity that you're going to add into your week next week. So what is that activity? And then in order to really make sure this is going to happen, so we're looking at this goal setting. Let's go further. So where are you going to add that activity in next week, over the next 7 days? Where in your day will this come, or where in your week will it come? And then when we think about how, this is to do with overcoming obstacles. Because we can have the best intentions, but then often life happens and our plans change. And so what we thought we'd do is not going to happen. So how can you predict a challenge? What could be a challenge, an obstacle that could happen, that could come up, that's going to stop you from creating and finding the space to have that moment of your positive emotions? And the step after this, which really helps in here, is how are you going to prevent that from happening? So how are you going to really make sure that this time for yourself of having this positive emotion is really going to happen? How are you going to make it happen despite potential roadblocks? So what could come up that could stop it from happening, and how are you going to face that challenge? And here I'm missing perhaps a who as well. Is there anybody that you can ask for help to ensure that this action that you're going to take actually happens? So you can write it down as a list, or you could do columns across the page. So what is your action? What's your goal? What is that you want to add in next week? What are the pathways? Where is that going to be? How is it going to happen? And then you're going to move on to your obstacles. So what could prevent it from happening? And how are you going to overcome that challenge? And I hope this now feels amazing. I hope we've got a plan. So when you've finished, read through it and smile. And if you needed to take any time to write all of this down, you can put the video on pause again and come back when you have your positivity in your pocket exercise ready to go. Okay. Well done. I hope that's left you feeling strong and focused, and you know what you're going to do. So let's just have a little reflect over what this is and why we've done this. So with these exercises that you have just done for yourself, you've identified your positive emotions, the activities that create them, and you've looked at a way that you're going to keep these in your routine next week, and how you're going to live one of these moments. So why is this so important? So basically, by increasing your vocabulary, or your well-being literacy, you can call it, it really helps you realize how many positive emotions there are out there to be experienced. So how many feelings, how many positivities there are that can promote a higher level of well-being and happiness. So it's really empowering, it's really enriching to do this. And what it means is the more aware you are, by increasing your awareness of your feelings, of your emotions, you can then be more intentional about actually using them and experiencing them. And so by being more mindful, being more aware, you can purposefully and intentionally have more of these experiences every day. And building on these experiences will just boost you and how you feel, and just in so many ways. So I hope you enjoy using this exercise and you can try it out and keep using it. Okay, so research really has shown that positive emotions actually change the way our brain works. Our brain gets flooded with the feel-good hormones, so dopamine and serotonin, and as a result, research really has shown that we're able to process new information better, more quickly. So amazing for our productivity and just learning new things. So broadening our mind and building on that. So it's great for building resources and for our future success. Because of our creativity, boost creativity. It can boost our social connections, social relationships, just make us feel more motivated, more focused, and give us more hope. So there's so many advantages, and I hope with this masterclass that I have just given you a little taster of what positive psychology can do for you as well. So in my course, I will go deeper into the 6 pillars. So we'll look at identifying and building on your strengths, building resilience, and working on a growth mindset, and looking at reframing negative distortions. That comes up too. That for me was very important, because if you're anything like me and at perhaps an unwelcome crossroads in your life, these negative ways of looking at things can cause you so much suffering. So we'll deal with those, and hopefully we will even find a silver lining to all of this as well. So we get back just to really who you are, what your values are, so what's important to you, and find your why for everything that you're doing. So these goal setting tools in positive psychology are really incredible, and they will help you go ahead with a smile into the next phase of your life, into this next chapter. So here are some ways that you can follow me. I would love to connect, and I would really love to hear back from you if you've had any great shifts with your positivity in your pocket exercise, and also if you would like any more information about positive psychology and what it can do for you. So enjoy the rest of your day. Congratulate yourself for having taken the time, and don't forget to register and savor those positive emotions when you're feeling them. Bye-bye.